Hey, Pedro here to do an album review. So I'm here to talk about Kamelot's brand new album, The Shadow Theory, 12 studio album, released today, April 6th through Napalm Records. And for those of you that are fans of the band, today is a day that you're going to have a lot to digest. There's a lot of music coming your way. So the album was released for me here in North America with 13 songs, 52 minutes. But if you're in Japan, it had a bonus track called Angel of Refraction. Now, if you also ordered the Digipack download, you get 7 additional tracks. 6 of them are instrumental tracks, and 1 of them is The Last Day of Sunlight. So there is a lot of Kamelot out there for you today to digest if you're a fan of this band. I'm going to concentrate on the North American release because that's the one that I have. That's the one with 13 songs, 52 minutes in length. Now, keep in mind, the first song of the album is an instrumental intro track. So when you really boil down to, the album really has 12 songs. But I thought the amount of songs and the duration of the album were completely irrelevant. And I say irrelevant because the listening experience was so pleasurable that you almost forget how many songs the album has, and you almost forget how long the album is. Also, I'm not a fan of instrumental intro tracks. If you've seen some of my reviews, I tend to dislike instrumental tracks, especially intro tracks. Not instrumental in general, just instrumental intro tracks. I find that this album, even though it's not a concept album, there is an overall storytelling aspect of it. It's really about human introspect, human relationships with others, and our relationships with ourselves and our environment around us. So I really find for this album, this is perhaps an album where that intro track fits well, because this, I don't think, is an album designed for you to really listen to it on shuffle or really listen to it on Spotify or any of those platforms where the songs will come out of order. I really feel like for you to get the full essence of what is the Shadow Theory, you really need to listen to this album from song 1 to song 13 to get that full experience. If you don't, you really are going to miss some key components musically and lyrically that really tie these songs together in order to give you the message that the band is really trying to deliver with this album and with each single song. All right? Now, having said that, there is some things I must say about this album. This album is a little bit of a Pandora box that once you open it up, you cannot close the lid back on it. It really gives you a symbiosis of 3 metal genres. It's really power metal, progressive metal, and symphonic metal. In some cases, you get one song that's more power metal driven. In some cases, you get songs that are more progressively driven. But in some cases, you also have a combination of 2 to 3 different genres to create one song. I really like that dynamic, and I really like how they place the songs in the album. They really did a good job placing them separate from each other so that it gives the listener pretty much a ride throughout the album. You don't feel like you get stuck in a rut where 3 or 4 songs are very similar in nature, musically, very similar in nature. It really allows for the listener to go through a journey from song to song, and each song will give you something different that the previous song didn't give you. So there is a really well thought out process in the way they put the album together and the way they line up these songs. And that's what I said in the beginning. I really feel like this is an album where you're going to get the most out of it if you listen to the album from the first song to the last song. Now, there are consistencies throughout the album that you cannot turn a blind eye to it. Tommy's vocals in this album is something to it's something for you to sit back and just be in awe of how good the vocal work in this album is. Absolutely incredible. I haven't enjoyed a vocal delivery like this in a while. It's magnificent. This guy has an incredible voice, absolutely magnificent. Also, Thomas Youngblood, the work that he's done in the guitar arrangements and in the overall arrangements of the music are absolutely incredible. This album has some amazing solos. If you're a fan of good guitar playing, you really need to sit down, listen to this album, and pay attention to some of the solos that come at you. Never mind the melodies. I mean, the melodies and the guitar riffs are extremely well put together, extremely well done. They really did a good job matching the heaviness or the more melodic riff to the message of the song and to the overall tempos and tones of the songs. They did a wonderful job with that, but they also did an incredible job with the guitar solos. In some songs, the solos just add melody to the song, and in some songs, the solos are heavy to give a little bit of an extra punch, a little bit of an extra heaviness to a song that it, by nature, overall was not heavy to begin with. So I really enjoy the overall arrangements of the music in this album. The vocals, like I said, Tommy's vocals incredible, and Thomas's guitar playing in this album is something to behold. The guy is an incredible. The guy is just a beast. Like in this album, the guitar playing is really good. I really enjoy the guitar playing in this album. Now, as far as favorite tracks, I don't want to talk about favorite tracks because I would have a hell of a time to pick 3 favorite tracks in this album because I really liked a lot of. I mean, I can't think of one song I didn't like. Every song really gave me something different that I wasn't getting from a previous song. So it's going to be really hard for me to pick 3 favorite songs. What I want to do is give you 3 songs that I feel illustrate the album the best. And I'll start with Phantom Divine, which was the second single that came out of this album. And it's a song that to me speaks to my heart because it's more of a power metal song, and it has Lauren Hart from Once Human and guest vocals in this song. There are a couple of guest vocals in this song. One is Lauren Hart in this song. She does another song as well in the album. The other one is Jennifer Haven from Beyond the Black. She also does a guest appearance in this album. But Phantom Divine, to me, this song is the second song of the album following that instrumental track, and it really sets the tone. It's a very cool power metal song with very slight symphonic elements into it, not too much. To me, this is really a power metal song with the dynamic of having Lauren Hart doing some clean vocals in it, but also some harsh vocals in it. And that dynamic between those sprinkled in Lauren's vocals really give the song life and melody. Also, it has one of the most contagious chorus I've heard in a long time. I heard this song and immediately I had the chorus stuck in my mind, and immediately I was singing this song. This is really, for anybody that really enjoys power metal, this one is one of those that you're really going to take as one of your favorite songs in the album for sure. Another song that really spoke to me is In Twilight Hours. This is a duet with Jennifer Haven, and this to me is more of a power metal ballad, if you will. Absolutely beautiful. In my opinion, one, if not the most beautiful song in the album. It just has so much melody, and in that melody there is so much pain, there is so much darkness, there is so much so much hate, and there's so many feelings, deep-seated feelings of not knowing what to do. I mean, it's an absolutely masterpiece of a song from the perspective of the lyrics and from the perspective of the music. It has an incredible guitar solo. The guitar solo in this song follows the same melody that you get from the guitar throughout the song. So they incorporated the guitar melody throughout the song at the start of the solo, and then the solo diverges into other realms and other possibilities. So it's really well thought out the way they did this solo, because it was not just a solo that you pick up the guitar and you just shred it. No, it started almost from the guitar riff into the solo, matching almost the same melody, and then branching out into what becomes an extremely melodic guitar solo. I really enjoy this song. The duet is absolutely incredible. I mean, if we got to look at duets in metal, this song for this year so far, I mean, it has to be one of the best out there, if not the best. It's just, like I said, to me, it really spoke to me. The lyrics of the song really touched me. It really spoke to me as a person, as an individual. Then when you add the beautiful melody of Jennifer Haven's voice and Tommy's voice, and you put those two together with extremely melodic guitar riffs, it adds for what I call a power metal ballad. Absolutely incredible song. I really like this song. Another one that I have to mention is Static. Static is a song that incorporates power metal elements, but incorporates a lot of symphonic elements. It really starts off more on a symphonic basis. It really feels like there's an orchestra almost playing behind, even though there isn't, but it really gives you that thickness of volume to the song. It really gives you that feel of an orchestra almost. And then you get incredible vocals from Tommy, just absolutely incredible. Also a great melodic solo, not as melodic as the one in Twilight Hours. This one is a little bit more heavy, a little bit more aggressive, but still very melodic. Overall, from the construction of this song, I find Static to probably be, in my opinion, one of the best put together songs overall, because I think, in my mind, this song is one of those songs that really incorporates a lot of the different components that make the Shadow Theory. Incorporates power metal, incorporates a little bit of progressive metal, incorporates a lot of symphonic metal. You add Tommy's vocals to it, you add the amazing arrangements, you add the incredible guitar riffs, and the solo, and you have a song that perhaps better describes this whole album. If you had to listen to one song, and that one song is you want that song to be the one that tells you what you're going to get from this album, perhaps this would be the one, because it really combines every single different aspect that you're going to get from all the other songs on this album are represented into this one static. This is it for me. So this is Kamelot, The Shadow Theory. I'm really interested to see what you guys have to say about this album. Have you heard the album? What you think of the album? What are your favorite songs? What are your favorite 3 songs of the album? I'm really interested to see that. And what do you guys think of the cameos from Worlfheart and Jennifer Haven? I really enjoyed their cameos. I almost wish they were used in a few more songs. Worlfheart was used in 2 songs, MindFall Remedy and Phantom Divine. Jennifer Haven was only used in 1. So I almost wish they were used a little bit more, just because I really enjoy the contributions that they gave. So I'm really wondering, what do you guys think? Do you agree with me? Do you like to hear them more in other songs, or was that enough for you? And most important, what do you guys think of the In Twilight Hours, that duet? What was you guys' feelings about that song? I absolutely love it. So I really would like to know if I'm not alone in the world thinking what an incredible duet that song was. So let me know in the comment section below, and I'll be checking your comments. See you guys.